It is police, cop, detective, PI. Put your hands together.
Thanks for coming out tonight. We are Police Cop Detective PI. The setup is that we are two Chicago police detectives on a stakeout. And everything you're going to see we're going to do up here is going to be improvised. We're just going to make it up based on suggestions that Adam is going to get from you right now.
All right, so the government shutdown is over with, but what was the biggest impact to you with that shutdown? Not a fucking thing, right?
No, not a damn thing.
Anybody affected by that? Anybody want to go to Fort Snelling, but they couldn't?
I had to write some emails to my staff about federal funding.
Emails
Okay.
to staff
Emails
about federal funding. All right, and also, what's on your Christmas wish list this year?
Car.
Really? A car.
iPhone 5.
iPhone 5.
GTA 5.
GTA 5, iPhone 5, a car, and emails regarding government funding.
Yes. All right.
This is Police Cop Detective PI.
I don't even know why we have emails anymore. Nobody reads emails.
I hate email.
They're the worst way to communicate.
It is.
I mean, if it's more than 3 sentences long, forget it. I'm done.
The worst is the group email.
Oh, God.
Because here's the thing. The group email is meant for one person.
Yeah.
But they send it to 20.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, everybody, look at the shit I did.
Right. Or, don't forget to clean up after yourself in the break room. That's one person that doesn't clean up.
Right.
But I have to get it because God forbid that we would single anyone out.
And then they always say, you know who you are. Then fucking send it to just that
Right,
one person.
exactly.
Yeah. You know what I like? The reply all to a group
Oh.
message. Yeah. Especially when it's like, thanks, Barry, for doing your job. Really?
I've made a mistake a few times with the reply all because I didn't check to see who was in the original list.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I talked about that person in the reply, and I hit reply all. There should be a button on all computers that's like that 5-second button, because that's about how long it takes your brain to realize that you shouldn't send it. So that you could like reach and touch the screen and it would stop it immediately.
It wouldn't take much to do some kind of search engine on there. In the body of the email, is anybody's name that it's going to in the body of the email? It should be highlighted the way they highlight words like tonight and today. How does that even happen? Why do words just get blue and highlighted now? They're not even hyperlinks. What's that about?
It is a hyperlink to your calendar. You see, you have a smartphone, you don't even know how to use it.
Well,
when I get a text message from you and it says, hey, don't forget, we've got that staff meeting with the other detectives tomorrow night, it highlights that because if I press it, then it goes to my calendar and I can enter that meeting into my calendar.
Is that really my voice when you read texts
Yes.
from me?
Yeah.
I sound like a cartoon character.
Yes.
That's the voice you hear.
It is exactly the voice I hear. When we talk in person, I don't hear that voice, but any kind of electronic communication from you sounds like a very stunted, slow
It's
cartoon.
like that woman on Brickleberry,
Yes.
the lesbian. So you think of me as a lesbian forest ranger.
Yes.
A cartoonish lesbian
I
forest.
do. I do. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually a pretty inclusive way to look at another human being. There's too many labels. We always have to know what people actually are. I don't care. Truly. As a police officer, I don't see anything but either a person who's breaking the law or upholding the law. It doesn't matter what their race is, their gender, it doesn't matter where they grew up, it doesn't matter who they sleep with, I don't care. I just want to know two things. Do I shoot them or don't I shoot them? That's all I need to know.
Or will I shoot them?
Right.
Yeah. Because there are people that maybe they didn't break the law yet, but they're going to. You can just tell.
Absolutely.
And they say we're bad for thinking that way.
I know. I know.
It's just knowing people.
I know. But you can tell, like for instance, you're driving down the street, and you know they taught us to be very observant of the stuff around you, right?
Yep.
Anytime I see a new car, parked on the street, I'm always aware of what's going on around that new car, especially if it's in an area where there aren't a lot of other new cars, because that thing sticks out like a sore thumb.
Right.
If I'm going to break into a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
And in this parking spot, I've got like a 1999 Toyota Corolla,
Yeah.
but parked right behind it is like a 2012 like BMW. Guess which car I'm going for?
The Toyota Corolla. It's the most highly stolen car out there.
That's why criminals are stupid.
You gave a bad example.
Criminals are stupid. Why is the Toyota Corolla the most...
Wait, did you say a brand new 2012 BMW?
Well, I mean, newer than the Corolla.
I think like 2013. I think even the 2014 BMWs are out there now. They do
All I'm
that.
saying is it's a newer, nicer car than the Corolla. Why would you break in and steal a Corolla?
How do you know what the 2014 looks like?
Corolla?
They always give the year ahead. It's like they're on a different fiscal calendar, these car makers. Like, check out 2014, I'm like, what? Like, they
It's
don't even sell calendars
it's
yet.
anticipation.
Well, they should advertise. that
Everybody
it's coming
wants
out,
the
but they
latest
actually
thing.
sell it. Like, by August, if you're buying this year's model, you're a chump.
But that's the way it is now. Everybody anticipates something. Why do you think they have these big, all-encompassing events when they announce a new iPhone, right?
Oh, God,
It's
yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
my God, people are live tweeting it, and people from Wired Magazine are online, and they're commenting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at the screen. It's like you can see things on it.
But this one's blue, huh?
Yeah,
that's a big winner
that's
for
great.
me.
It's a 5-megapixel camera, so when I'm taking pictures of my drunk friends, it's really great.
The new iPad came out, too.
I know, iPad Air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's thinner.
that's why it's called the Air.
Yeah, 70% faster.
I know, 5-megapixel camera and 2 microphones. 2.
So they're doing it to us.
It's beautiful.
We're advertising for them right now. If a bunch of people were watching us, they'd have all kinds of additional knowledge to this product.
There isn't anything, though, goofier looking than somebody taking a picture with an iPad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was at my nephew's recital, right?
Yeah.
This a couple weeks ago, and at his school, and I'm sitting there, and in front of me, literally, there were 2 families, and they each were taking pictures and video with their iPads. I was like, I literally wanted to pull my gun out and shoot both of them. You want to know whether I would shoot them? Yes, I would. In the back, in a crowded school.
Right.
Because really, you only have to shoot one.
How's that?
Well, it's like if you have an unruly group of people, right, and they're all unruly, you
Yeah.
shoot one. It's amazing how the rest of them get an idea to be less unruly.
Yeah.
So
It's different from a crow, you know?
right.
If you have a murder of crows,
Right.
which is what a group of crows is called, by the way, murder. Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Yeah, but if you shoot one, they'll all leave. So they'll actually behave worse.
I also read that crows remember faces. They did a study where they had this mask, right? And this guy would go out and he would shoot at crows with the mask on. And then when he would go out without the mask on, the crows would stick around and they would be fine. But if he walked back out with the mask on, they would all leave and they would start cawing to each other and they would all take off because they remembered facial recognition.
Huh.
That's like the original smartphone is a crow.
There you go. Yeah. Lock that shit up.
Seriously.
You know, Dots makes a crow. Well, they call it crows. It's just a bunch of dots, but they're black licorice.
I hate black.
I think that's a gift for someone you hate.
Right.
I've never met anybody that's like, ooh, black licorice.
And not only black licorice, but they're dots. So here is a cement-like rubber.
Oh, yeah. It's an epoxy.
That your teeth will stick together, and you can't do anything with it, so you just have black licorice melting in your mouth
Yeah.
for a longer period of time than you would want. Well, it's like those imitation phones, those G5 things or whatever that
Oh,
is.
yeah. Yeah.
Totally a ripoff. Totally. I love how the commercials are always like, oh, the iPad can't do this, and the iPhone can't do this, but our phone and our tablet can do this. Yeah. Well, the one thing they did do was sell like 400 million pieces of those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
This is capitalism, my friend.
Exactly. Nobody's killing people for that screen.
Exactly. Because seriously, when I'm at the coffee shop, if I'm not operating a Mac computer, I look like a moron.
Yeah.
You ever notice
And
that?
we don't need any help.
No, seriously. That's why I have a MacBook Pro, because when I go to the coffee shop, I want that little apple to light up on the back of my computer when I open it up. Because then everybody looks at you and it's almost that kindred spirit. You see somebody pull in there with a Dell, everybody looks at them like, wow, you just don't care about yourself or anyone around you.
Well, and you know what? I wouldn't want to arrest or shoot anybody with that.
No.
No,
No.
absolutely not. You know, you should sell like a covering that goes behind a PC laptop.
Yeah.
Has that logo on it, like the light up. You know, it's kind of like when you used to read a comic book in history class behind the history book.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Same thing, but so you can have your Dell and save money, but
Right.
have this Apple casing. Yeah.
Now you know you've arrived. If they make something that makes your crappy
Yes.
something look like their awesome something,
Right.
you've arrived.
Yeah. Steve Jobs never saw it though.
You know, things happen. People die.
Yeah, I know. Just
It's just a part of life.
yeah. Money can't buy everything, though, huh?
Apparently not.
No.
You can buy some good stuff though.
Oh yeah. You know what would be really cool? A horse.
I always wanted to be an equine cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, every time I was down in Lincoln Park or Grant Park and I would see the cops on the horses, and I thought, man, that would be, because everybody goes to them.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a puppy.
Yeah.
That people are drawn to animals that you
Right.
actually have living with you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And they would come up and they would pet the horse and they would talk to the police officer. And you know, when I was out walking the beat when I first started, like, you know, people would talk to you, but it wasn't the same respect. Like, if a horse cop came up, man, it was instantaneous respect.
Yeah. Most people want to shoot cops, just instinct, right?
Right.
But if you're on a horse, it's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Right.
You're on a horse.
Right. Here's a sugar cube.
People would take that.
No.
That's what they need to. They need to send all those horses to Iran and Iraq and the Middle East. You know, just put people on horses. The Gaza Strip. You know, they'd be like, oh, he's on a horse. They'd say it in their accent. I have no idea what that accent would sound like.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You should write someone about that. You should email the government.
No one reads emails though. That's the thing. 3 sentences. If it was 3 sentences.
I bet
I'd
if
do
you
that.
put in the subject line, read or die, they'd read it.
That's true.
You got to know how to get people's attention. I think that's the whole deal with the subject line, is that you got to put something in the subject line that piques enough interest. That's how spam happens. People are clicking on stupid shit all the time. It's like, oh my God, you might be in this video I found. Really? Click, and next thing you know, bam, spammed all over the place.
See, here's what's nice about this file. It's tangible.
Right.
I don't need power
No.
to pull it
No,
up.
you just
it's
write it.
right there. I
Yep.
can open it up. I
Yep.
can go through the pages.
I know.
I don't have to find the little folders in the icon on my phone
I
or zoom
agree.
in or zoom out.
I know.
Yeah.
But they're going all electronic now, you heard.
Not this guy.
We're all getting iPads.
No.
What? Okay, we're all getting, we have to do it that way. We have to log into the iPad and we have to enter all of our stakeout journal into the iPad now. And then it goes into some central database that, you know, the sergeant looks at and then lets us know, you know, about the information. It's all electronic now.
Tell you what, I don't like that.
What?
I don't like computers knowing my thoughts.
It's funny you mentioned that. I just saw a trailer for a movie the other day that's all about that.
Yeah?
It's called Her.
Her.
Yeah, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah, it's about this guy, Joaquin Phoenix. He gets this new computer with this operating system, kind of like a Siri type thing, except it sets it up based on getting to know you. And he ends up falling in love with the operating system.
Yeah.
That's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of actually starting up a relationship with an inanimate object.
I have my reasons, all right?
I asked Siri the other night if she was naughty. That's how lonely I get. Just sitting at home, there was nothing on TV, started talking to Siri about some things, looking up stuff on the web, and then all of a sudden I just said it. I said, Siri, are you naughty?
And
She said she could not answer that question.
she didn't want to.
What's crazy is, here's the crazy part. She'll call me cock stud, but she won't tell me whether she's naughty. That's weird.
Well, Well, that's because you asked her to call you cocksucker.
Right.
Yeah.
But I also asked her if she was naughty. It would seem to me just to go one to the other.
I think you have to tell her if she's naughty or not. It's data entry. See? Now she knows your thoughts.
So she's submissive.
I think most robots are, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, even like a calculator, right?
RoboCop, he wasn't submissive.
He was mostly human, though. Don't do this RoboCop shit again.
I liked RoboCop.
Yeah, I know.
I
know.
want to be RoboCop, all right? I told you when I filled out my, end of life thing. About,
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to be on life support. One of the things I made him put in there was
DNR unless I can be a robot cop.
Yes.
I know that.
that could happen now.
No,
There's
it
technology.
can't
Yes,
happen.
there is.
It can't. How do you even know it's your thoughts anymore, then, too?
That's the beautiful part about it. I don't have to think anymore. I'm a machine. It's just using my instinctual reflexes.
Yeah, you can benefit from that.